Welcome back to Let's Play World of Warcraft, the Midnight Expansion. And depending on where you watch this, I am either some noob with CE or retro gaming vet. Now, in our last video, we did the quests that were over here, that we scouted out this area over here. We also went through and we fought our way through the quill boar. We made a boar small and big. We scouted out over here, saw Rathian. We killed the ogre that was here, and now we're coming to the camp they've quickly set up. Also, last time we discussed that this is a worgen and this is a gnome. And this is the boar that we made from the little tiny thing to a big thing, back to a small thing. So
Together, we'll see our way through this.
Going back to Captain Garrick, and she says we have some supplies that we're going to get. We'll get a new bag for this, which is a 10 slot.
Best of luck to you.
Bags are the best. Okay, so before we go to selling everything, we want to go over the fact that we have 3 buttons over here. We can repair our equipment. If you remember, we talked about durability in equipment, and if your durability is low, you're going to have to repair it to get it back up. So you can individually repair each one of your items, or if this was available, we could repair all the items on our character. And we also have a button that sells all the junk items on our character. So if we press this, it will sell all the junk items I was talking about, the ones that are gray. And also that sale meant that I had an item here that I did not have in my collection for appearances. And now that I have sold it, it added it to my appearance. We'll get back to that at a later date. Now we do have a couple of items here we can sell or we can keep. Now I'm going to keep these just in case I don't get an upgrade later and we need to replace them, but we can only use these at level 8. We could sell our old boots, and we could sell these since they practically don't do anything, and we could sell our old bow. Now it says we need to buy an item, so we're going to buy this tabard, which is going to cost us 25 copper pieces. Then we take this tabard, and now our character is wearing a tabard.
See you around.
That completes our quest.
We have a mission to accomplish. When we begin.
Okay, so we have a new bag. So with bags, they can go from 6 slot, 2 slot, 1 slot, all the way up to I think 32 or 36 maybe. I tend to like to keep my bags size sorted, so we're going to move this one over here, pick it up and drop it, and that will put the 6 slots bags near the end. This is just personal preference. In actuality, this does absolutely nothing to the amount of space that you have available. It's always going to be the same amount. Coincidentally, you could look down here and see, and it says backpack, and my backpack is bound to Shift B, and that will open it. And it also says we have 39 empty slots total. Now, if you look on there, on the bag itself, you'll see the number 39. This means that there are currently 39 slots available in there that we can pick up and put items into. So, now, we have 2 new races here. First of these races is the Draenei. They are a race that originally started on the planet Argus, and they were attacked by another race, and they were forced to leave, and that led them to the planet Draenor, which coincidentally is the home of the orcs. They then were run off of that planet. Some of them were killed, and they ended up on Azeroth. So this is Draenei. Our next race is the dwarf. The dwarves live in Ironforge. They have long been people that were with the Alliance and served with them. They are a hardy people that have shifted from mining and resource gathering to now they are good archaeologists as well as still with their resource gathering and minerals and gems and such, but they now worry about learning about the Titans, which are the creators of the dwarf. So this is Draenei, and this is Dwarf. This dwarf has a quest for us.
All right, let's see what we can find. Well, I think we can say we found something. I just want to get back to the mainland. Watch yourself out there. Good luck. Those survivors are counting on you.
Okay,
Rescue anyone you can find.
so this is a quest where we're going to recover items, but not from creatures. We're going to recover items through quests objectives. These objectives are highlighted here, as you can see. They're sparkling. Again, we're doing our rotation.
Don't have a target.
And again, remember, rotation is just like the word says in real life. A rotation is doing abilities until you come back to the beginning and you do them over and over and over again until you're complete. Now, I destroyed an item here, or I destroyed that little cocoon thing. Now, in order to do that, I right click on it. We'll take a look at that on the next one.
I need a target. Don't have a target.
Okay, so we have a gnome here helping us go through here. He's on the same objective we are. He is a gnome mage. So, we're going to come over here. We're going to right click on this, and that will release the person.
I need a target.
Again, we're going to right click on this.
I don't have a target.
I'm using Hunter's Mark here to place a debuff on this creature. This will allow it to take 3% more damage from all abilities. We want to amplify our damage while we're attacking these. So let's go ahead and right click on this. We want to continue to fight our way through, help this gnome out as much as we can. Remember, since his name is Blue, we can tell that is a player.
I need a target.
Green names are NPCs.
Is someone there? Help! Elune, guide them to me.
I will harvest your life force, and then those who sealed me in here shall burn.
This is our second mini-boss that we'll have to fight.
You will need kindling for the flame.
I want to make sure that he gets a hit in because otherwise he won't get credit for this kill.
You saved my life. Allow me to return the favor. Hop on.
So this is a quest. This is a druid in druid tribal form. Usually you can right click on them and they will, if it's a player, sometimes they'll have the ability where you can jump on them and ride. For this NPC, we're going to allow them to take us to an area and ride the entire way out.
Out of the way, little spiders. These poor creatures. We cannot stop to help them. By the light, you're alive!
You did a good job saving those people and dealing with those spiders.
Those spiders were victims too. They just lost their home.
Yeah, well, I guess you could see it that way.
You should have known better than to say that to a druid.
Ah, you were just telling me how much you hate spiders.
The light shines on all creatures. That does not mean I have to like them.
So we're seeing two aspects of faith here. She, as a Draenei, worships the light. She, as a night elf, follows Elune. Elune is the mother of all night elves. She is manifested by the moon, and thus is called Mother Moon. She follows the light, which is less about focusing on light itself, but more a sense of well-being, purity, and honor amongst those who worship it. Both of them give each one of these races who focus on the spells healing, and both of them have a very large following. Mostly, though, the worshippers of Elune are night elves. The worshippers of the light, on the other hand, are amongst a lot of creatures, being dwarves, Draenei, humans, some gnomes, and even going so far as elves in some cases, and in the most extreme cases, undead.
Together, we'll see our way through this. Best of luck.
Now that was an important thing that I missed there. Raylia Dreamchaser is a druid of the Guardian of the Cenarian Circle, an order dedicated to protecting the wilds of Azeroth. Thank you for rescuing her. Her aid is sure to be useful of use against those orcers.
We have a mission to accomplish.
Your cure isn't looking too great. Speak to a quartermaster, get it repaired.
We'll meet again.
So, in order to simulate getting some damage to your gear, they have taken the durability of your items down to 0 and low in some cases. As you can see, it being that low forces the health to the durability to be down to 0. However, on the wrists, I'm sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. It's going down to 2. So in order to repair this, we're going to need to come over here.
Hello.
And we're going to go, first off, we're going to take this piece of equipment and move it over here. Then we will sell this, and sell this. And then we're going to come here and repair everything. We can repair all items and it'll cost us a little bit of silver.
Have a good one. Together, we'll see our way through this.
Okay, your gear is looking better. You want to keep your gear repaired to avoid any unfortunate supplies.
Best of luck to you.
And that's all done. I will be right back. And I apologize for those on YouTube for this, but I need to make a quick check on something. Alright, I'm terribly sorry about that. We had a loss of leash for my golden retriever. But now that is solved, let's continue on with our journey. So you see we got a quest over here.
I'll try my best to help.
Okay.
Be careful out there. Keela and I will scout ahead. We'll meet you to the north, just outside the harbor.
Now, if you didn't see it coming up here the first time, you wouldn't really know about it. But there's a quest over here. And this is not a quest that is part of the main quest. So this is a good time to talk about quests and how they associate with the main story versus the alternate story. Or, that was me, sorry. For those of y'all who don't know, it's a side quest. Side quests are quests that you can do but don't affect the story or the narrative of the main quest. They only give you sometimes experience, equipment, or maybe in some cases just items, a variety of items. So, when you see this little shield icon here, this is a main quest, or this will progress the storyline. If you hit L on your keyboard, it will bring this up. And if you look here, it says Exile's Reach, Campaign, 1 of 3 chapters. So, this will move the chapter along if we continue on this quest. This one will not. Now, in some areas, like in vanilla World of Warcraft, there isn't really a story so much as it's just completing the zone itself.
Dispel the foul magic that binds me here. I attempted to bring an end to these rituals. But the ogres ensnared me, drained my power. Free me so I might recover and pass some of my power to you. The spell is weakening. The light returns to me. Freedom.
So in regards to this quest, we completed it, and he gave us his blessing, which is a boost to our speed for 10 minutes, and some experience and money. And now you can see we have, in addition to our original speed, we have this adding more speed to us. It doesn't do anything except for give you a little speed, but it does help a little bit moving you along.
It seems the Harpies are holding one of your people captive.
That's Merity, our mage. We have to rescue her. Stay away from dark magic.
Okay, we received a new thing. If you didn't have an account like I do, area loot is now available at level 8, meaning if I click on one item, I will get all the items in an area.
You're a true hero. Watch out for ogres.
So these are harpies.
Be careful out there.
Harpies are...
Come, speak with me.
Actually, I don't know much about harpies. I just know that they're in a lot of different areas. I don't know how they're created. I assume they're birthed through eggs because
Stay focused.
that's just kind of how what's implied.
Let's deal with those harpies. I just hope Merity is okay.
She will be. Come on.
So we're gonna do another activate quest to get rid of their totems, and then we're going to do our rotation to kill off the harpies. And we got something called linked chainmail. So we got a new piece of gear, and we can wear this. Unfortunately, we can't use this item while we're in combat. Now I can't. So now it's telling me that I got a new piece of gear, which is, since I'm level 8, I can use all this equipment that has been that we've been carrying around.
Too far away. I don't have a target.
I won't stop.
It is too far away. I need a target.
Okay. There's another one over here.
I don't have a target. I need to get closer.
Okay, we don't want to really mess with them because we can bypass them and come over here and get this done.
I'm out of range.
But there's a chest right here that we can grab. Okay, looks like we got a new chest piece. So again, we're going to open our bags. And we can right click and it'll equip the item. Very handy.
I'm out of range.
Now it looks like we're going to have to kill these dogs.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
I'm specifically looking for an ogre that sometimes spawns here, and he drops a bag. He's not necessarily required, but it would certainly be nice to get that extra bag. So we'll come back after we kill this boss here. Now Merity is a female dwarf. She is also a mage.
I'll cast a spell to get myself out of here. Keep the harpies off of me.
Now, this is a something of a defense quest. Defense quests are quests that you have to defend an area or a person while they do a task. And if you let that person die, you lose the quest. However, in this situation, you don't really have to worry about it since they're not going to follow or kill Verity. So you're perfectly fine to just take your time and get some shots in.
Hang in there. I'm here to help.
Keep fighting. I'll heal you.
Something huge is headed this way.
We can beat it if we fight together. For the Alliance!
Okay, this is kind of showing you a group quest or what a world quest would be. In a world quest, everybody who is in a certain area can get credit for the item or the kill. Again, if you remember, I said back in I think episode 1 that kill quests will work as long as it is red, and you get credit for the kill as long as you tag it. Tagging is where you attack or do a single attack on a target. Okay.
There! Come on! Let's get out of here while we can!
Now we're going to quickly run over here just to see if he is back, and he is not. So, in the meantime, why don't I show you guys a little thing that I did not know was here until recently. If we come up here, if we go from the area where we're at, run over here, and we look, we can go up this path, and there are birds with a baby. The baby is obviously coming out of an egg, so it's implied that this is a harpy baby, but the birds are taking care of it. Don't ask, I don't know.
We will see this through. Remain
Now if I
calm.
hurry, I can go catch that rare. The rare is identified because you can see a mark or a star on the map. This implies there is a rare over there, and you can go get credit for it.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
Counting on me.
And we got a 8-slot bag. We're going to shift my smaller bags over, and this will get me another bag, which will give me more space to carry more stuff. If you look, we're now at 40 total slots, but we also are missing some slots because of this. So,
Necromancy? Oh, not even once. Keep your feet on the ground.
We have to rescue my friends. Watch out for ogres. Stay away from dark magic.
okay,
The
we got
captive
an
will be
item.
killed.
We got a new green uncommon belt that we can right click and put on because it's already soulbound. Now you can see we have a timer up here in the top right. This timer tells me that our spell, Light's Speed, is
We
wearing
saved
off
Merity.
in
All
56
thanks to
seconds.
this recruit.
Good work. Now get some rest. We'll find the others soon. We'll meet again.
Okay, so we got a new belt or a new pair of pants. Slowly but steadily, we're replacing all our gear with new gear. So now, we're going to get one of our class-specific quests. This quest, as you can see, gives us a quest called Hunter's Trap. This will teach you how to use the spell Hunter's Trap, which is just amazingly useful. Freezing traps stop creatures from attacking you. Furthermore, they will make the creature stay in place until the spell dissipates or something breaks it.
Bring me the supplies. I'll show you how to make a trap with them.
Now, normally we would not have to do this because, except for the fact that this is the tutorial, it's going to teach us in a certain way how to get this quest or get this spell. Normally, you would just get this spell, but we're going to do it a kind of cinematic and story leading way, so that way we can get our freezing trap.
What can I do for you?
Okay, we need to talk to her. That's right.
What's on your
We
mind?
need to get an ice mote from her.
An ice moat. Sure. What are you gonna do with it?
We've got all the
That
items.
expedition is
We can
counting
complete
on
the
us.
quest.
You've got my attention.
Now, if this is going too fast, you can pause it to read the quest text, but I've did this so much that I already know the quest text and I know what's going on here. So I'll try to explain it to you as best as I can as we move along. If it's something that you narratively need to know, or if it's something that mechanically you need to know. All this is doing at this time is teaching us how to get the spell Freezing Trap.
The hunt goes on.
Okay, so we got a new spell called Exhilaration. We're going to put it here. And I did not mean to use it, but okay, as you will. And we're going to put Freezing Trap on number 1. Now, Exhilaration, if you hadn't used it like I just did, would give you a 30% health buff or a boost, and it's a 100% healing for your pet. This can be used in combat and has a 2-minute cooldown. Freezing Trap, the trap has a 40-yard range, it's an instant, and it has a 30-second cooldown. It takes a trap, puts it on the ground, and it freezes anything that is not immune to being trapped for 1 minute, unless it's a player in a PvP. Then the time is much less. So we're going to hunt the Stalker. Okay, so this quest is going to give us a second spot for calling pets, some experience, and money.
Place your freezing trap within the ogre ruins. The beast that's been stalking our camp should emerge.
So this is teaching you the basics of how Freezing Trap works. We throw it somewhere in the camp, and to do so,
What can
we
I do for you?
press Alt. On my keyboard, it's Alt 1, but it'll be whatever button you associate it to. We're going to Alt 1. Throw the trap out here, and wherever the center of this ring is, that's where the trap will go. And now we wait.
Look, they caught it. That's no wild animal. It's one of the beasts that was aboard our ship. It must have survived the crash.
Okay, so now
You've got my attention.
we've caught the
That
beast.
expedition is counting on us.
Okay, so we got Wild Beast Call Pet 2.
Aim true.
So we're going to get the art of taming another creature. So
What
we
can I
kind of went over this already in the first video, but he's going to give you the basics here of how it works to those who do get to watch my video. So
Keep your chin up.
what we will learn from him is he
You need to dismiss your current pet before you can tame another. You can call it back to you later.
We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to right-click on him. But before we do that, he is a stable master. A stable master is useful for hunters because you can stable
That
your pets
expedition is counting on
at
us.
his stable. So we're going to do just that. I'd like to stable my pet here. We're going to take our rodent and we're going to put it over here. This will put the pet away from you. You won't be able to court with it anymore. But it puts it so it won't be going away either. you can come back and get it at any other time. Coincidentally, if you wanted to change the specialty of your pet, you can do that here too. We're not going to worry too much about that right now, so let's focus on what we're supposed to be doing.
You've got my attention. Hey, here it comes. Take it, just like the one from before.
Okay, so if you remember the one from 4, we tamed him by going to this box and going to tame pet after we had him targeted. However, we're going to learn a new way to tame pets, and that is by freezing trapping them and then taming them. What this does is it keeps the pet from attacking you. If it was hostile, it would not attack you while the trap was in place, and then you have 1 minute at your leisure to tame the animal that you want to tame. So we're going to use a freezing trap on this tiger just to get in the habit of doing so. You'll notice that he now cannot attack because he's incapacitated, but you can tame him while he is incapacitated. And
Fine work. Now you must learn how to place your pets in a stable.
we've already done that.
That expedition is counting on us.
We've already did this, so we don't really have to do that,
Keep
but
your chin
we're
up.
going to dismiss this pet for the time being, just so we can get that done.
Let me know when you're ready to tame the beast.
And now we're done. Now, gather as many wild beasts as you'd like. Just make sure not to lose focus on the ogres who are trying to kill us.
The hunt goes on.
We actually are going to do just that. Instead of keeping that tiger, which we're going to come back to him, we're
What
going
can I
to talk
do
to
for
him and stable our pet. We're going to right click on the cat, and the cat will go over here. So now notice we have a ferocity and a cunning pet.
Aim true.
We're going to come back over here. If you remember before, we saw some stags over here. Stags are very good tenacity pets. So are these does. So we're going to get one of these tenacity pets and use it as our own. So in order to do this, we're going to use a freezing trap, and we're going to trap the beast and then tame it. The reason for this is because if we don't, he's going to attack us. So we want to trap him. We want to back up a little bit, and we want to tame. And there you go. Now we have a stag that's with us. So this is our third pet. So let's go take a look at him real quick. So for our third pet,
You've got my attention.
I chose to get us a tenacity pet. So as I stated, tenacity pets are very good at being tanks. They tend to have more health than the other animals in here. As you can see, this one has 435. And if I were to take the cat out and then summon the cat, he has 376. So you'll see a significant increase in the amount of health that he has versus, and the armor, coincidentally, but you can't really see that. But you can also see that he is of the stag family. If we go over here, this is of the cat family. If we go over here, this is the rodent family. So we're going to keep our stag because that is a good pet to keep.
Keep your chin up.
Now, we have a new quest.
We have a mission to accomplish.
We've rescued everyone except for the expedition's captain. Lindy Scout-O-Matic spotted her just outside the Dark Volcano Citadel.
Best of luck to you. Let's move. We need to put a stop to that ritual.
So again, we have a non-quest spell or a non-storyline spell over here. So we're going to come over here. If I can actually go where I'm supposed to be going. Coincidentally, I'm going to get rid of the mini-map button there. There we go. So I have a mini quest here. This quest isn't from a person, it's from an object. In order to get it, we right click on the object, and it's talking about we need to kill this bear. Coincidentally, bears are very good tenacity pets as well. However, we're not going to worry too much about capturing this one since he's kind of diseased. Looks like we have a priest here who will be following us in this fight. Now this is an elite. You can tell because of the gold dragon that's around his head. Gold dragons around the heads make them elites. A silver dragon means that he is a rare. With a feign, I can make this bear not attack me. Just like that, the bear is dead. Teamwork makes the dream work. Another object that we turn into. We get a shoulders for this one. And we found a new piece of gear. So much like the other ones, it's soul bound, and we're going to right click it, put it on our shoulders. Looks like we're running out of time, so we're going to come up here and finish up this quest, turn this in, and then we'll get ready for the next quest. And we're almost done with Exile's Reach. Very soon we'll be able to move off of Exile's Reach into the Dragon Isles.
A long road lies before us. The time for dreaming is over.
Okay,
A single
that
spot
is the last
can
quest
set
we're
the
going to be
world
doing here.
aflame.
I do want to thank all of you for showing up. And if you did like these videos, and if you found them even slightly useful, please consider giving it a like on the video itself and subscribe, so that way you can stay tuned for any more videos that help you learn how to play World of Warcraft Midnight. I've been some noob with CE, or Retro Gaming Vet, and I thank you once again for joining us on this adventure. Tune in next time as we continue moving through Exile's Reach. Until then, take care, stay safe.